That's disgusting.
Mummy.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not using my body no more, so who cares? What is up, everybody? This your boy Kyle, and I know what you're wondering. What is Kyle doing today? Today we are back watching some more Zack films. Let's see what stories he got in store for us today. Alright then.
He bet money on when the man would die. If he died within a month, the person in charge would win the money.
Dang. Putting a parlay on my deathbed? Like, jeez. What did I do to you?
If he died between 1 and 6 months, the stranger would get the money. And this betting wasn't rare. People across the city gambled on their dying neighbors and even their
What? That's so mean. For why?
own family members. Even doctors joined in on the game, seeing how much money they could make. But police started to investigate, and the game eventually stopped.
At least, shoot.
They filled a jar with an oily mix, added a fat wick, then lit it and launched it at enemy ships. Now this oily mix was
That's pretty effective.
called Greek fire, and when it broke on impact, it would spew outward in flaming drops. And these drops would spread across the deck, sticking to wood and rope. The mixture kept burning even on water, so the flames couldn't be put out. Each blob became another patch of fire, spreading across the ship.
That's a pretty effective way to kill somebody. Sure. That's like, that gotta be worse than the
They
Molotov
pulled
cocktail. Hold on, what's this one called? Dark Origins of Mummy Brown Paint. Who's that? Let me see.
They pulled chunks of flesh from the mummy, then crushed it into a powder. Next, they added tree sap to create a smooth brown cream. The result was a paint called Mummy Brown, and painters used it.
Wait, they made paint from the mummy? Hold on.
Added tree sap to create a smooth brown
From
cream.
his flesh, though.
The
Tree
mummy,
sap and...
then crushed the mummy. They pulled chunks of flesh from the
That's disgusting.
mummy.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not using my body no more, so who cares? Like, if I'm up in heaven and, like, my body ends up getting used in ingredients to make the paint for, like, a beautiful art painting, that's not a bad way to, like, use the rest of your body or something. It's better than, like, turn to ashes or something.
Crushed it into a powder. Next, they added tree sap to create a smooth brown cream. The result was a paint called Mummy Brown, and painters used it for flesh tones, and it became incredibly popular. But when the paint makers ran out of mummies, their supply ran low and lost popularity, and eventually they stopped producing the paint.
How do you run out of dead people?
When artists discovered what it was made out of, they were horrified. One famous paint.
Sad for y'all, but I mean, I live forever in a nice painting or whatever, so that don't really, I guess.
Even buried his tube in the garden out of respect for the dead, according to the legend.
Yeah.
If you sliced open a giant
would a giant cockroach protect you from radiation?
If you sliced open a giant cockroach,
just nasty.
Squeezed inside.
Oh, no way. That's not where I thought that was going. Not at all.
And sealed yourself in, could you survive a deadly nuclear fallout? Well, when a nuke...
No. What? How is cockroach skin strong enough to...
explodes. The radiation travels through the air, but as it passes through different materials, it loses concentration, meaning it will eventually run out. Now, cockroaches are mostly made of water, which would quickly block the radiation, and it would only have to be about the size of a minivan to protect you. The heat from the explosion would
tear the...
boil the cockroach.
That's what I was sitting there saying. Well, I didn't know. I didn't think about the boiling or nothing, but I'm sitting here saying, like, the cockroach skin is not protecting you just from
blood roasting you right inside its body.
Yeah, nah. Let me
They would
see.
paint white strips onto the
The road illusion that slows drivers.
They would paint white strips onto the ground,
Is that
adding
supposed
darker
to...
blocks below it and to the sides. And from the top, it would just look like a weird pattern. But from an approaching car's perspective, it looked like real floating
That's never looked like that a day in my life.
blocks. You see, a lot of cars ignore the crosswalk signs and don't slow down, which can lead to dangerous accidents. So cities around the world have started painting these illusions, forcing drivers to slam their brakes and think twice before they speed.
Okay. Well, if you guys like that video, pip slap that like button, and I'll see you on the next one.